Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, and welcome, everybody, to tonight's absolutely fantastic dinosaur action. It's gonna be, well, it can't be much worse than last night. My, oh my, but opponents will not be stopping me. Gotta drink some more coffee, my mouth is dry. Hey, okay. Right, where was I? Yes. Magic the Gathering, Arena Dinosaurs, in Explorer, best of 3 as it always is, and yeah, last night was a little bit of, I don't know if I would call it a mistake. I love to try things. I have all the time in the world to, shift stuff around, optimize, and maybe add in something from your guys' suggestions, but Leyline Axe last night was, well, it was completely useless. Didn't do anything, never even had one opportunity where I would want to attach it to one of my creatures, giving +1/+1, double strike and trample. Not good, not good. If it enters the battlefield, if it's in my opening hand and it's on there for free and doesn't do anything. Never really got me ahead and never sadly protected against things I'm protecting against tonight. But yes, the list as always in the description, the Discord. If you like Discord, I don't always talk about dinosaurs, but the link tree to that as well, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. But think about it, comparing the Leyline Axe from last night, which didn't do anything, literally anything else in that spot, 4 of, maybe a few 1-ofs, would have been better, pretty much. This definitely better, because now the opponents won't be doing anything, whether it's burn, whether it's hand hate, Dotsie's duress, JDX, if you're watching right now or later on, it's happening again. For who knows how long, we'll see. Maybe some of the mono black and Rakdos tapers off a bit, but a lot of opponents have started using Liliana of the Veil. Before Pioneer Masters, I feel that she wasn't quite as common, and that, coupled with the Thought Seizes, all the hand hate, it's not fun. Now all that stuff is basically a dead card, which is lovely. I can keep any hand that is even close to good, and very risky too. I could keep a 1-land hand with Sunken, Commune, Sylvan Archdruids, and a Leyline. I would be fine, because the opponent is not going to be ripping the ramping spells. When we drop this, it's going to be a thing of beauty. Very, very exciting stuff. But it would be nice if I face off against Burn to hopefully devastate them. Man, that would be lovely. If anybody is, wondering about a little more in-depth chat, I did do a 15-minute video roughly recently for this, and there is the 2-hour primer. But there is also Gishath, which is quite exciting, and we'll see if we drop it. It's more on the kind of serious side, but still, for fun. Gishath on turn 4, which is a possibility. That would be nice. 6/4, yeah. Gishath on turn 4. 2 Sunken Citadels plus Castle Garenbrig. We make 6 green for a creature. We would only need 2 other lands. One of them would have to be a Stomping for the red for Gishath, the Jetmirs, or a Cavern of Souls to make the white. But there is some scenarios where I could cast this with only lands on turn 4, connect, lovely stuff. Maybe it's turn 5. This could be still a pretty good top deck, even though I like to have the dinosaurs enter before combat, which doesn't happen with Gishath. It's when it hits or connects. That should still be okay. Even if I put a bunch down, it still might lock things up later on the following turn, which is very exciting stuff. Or just Ghalta puts Gishath out, connects, gets more stuff, and definitely seals the deal. Even if Ghalta just puts this out, the only creature, I may not have any sources of white. I might not have a Jetmirs or a Cavern, but this got down because of the Queen. Big G connects, gets more. Lovely, lovely stuff right there. I don't need the sources of white to cast Leyline. I would always hope to see it in my opening hand, so that's not why the white is in there. It is only for Gishath. If Gishath was not there. The sources of white would be out. Sideboard wise though, the Regis or Alpha, if we face off against a deck where Leyline of Sanctity is not helpful whatsoever, boom, Regisaur comes in. Rakdos Demons, well, Hornet Queen will bring that in, maybe in place of Gishath, we'll see. Back to Nature as always for those enchantment decks, and Pithing Needle, oh, that's staying in too. Even though it is not quite as helpful at the moment, it is nice to shut down always some painful and pesky activated abilities. Possibly Field of Ruin, but now we'll see. Maybe it's going to be that Merfolk opponent. I faced that Merfolk opponent this morning painfully. The first opponent from last night where I faced him twice. Mono black again. It was a little bit rough. Sometimes it's not that rough. Just because I have no early creatures, I don't rely on having the ramping stuff, which those things are guaranteed to die. You might get them to go off maybe one turn, comes back around, the opponent happened to not have a fatal push. But that's few and far between those scenarios. They're not going to live. You're going to spend 2, you're going to spend 1. The thing dies. You wasted a spot, pretty much. At least for me, I feel like that. It's not a complete waste, because when you do pop off with those ramping creatures, you can do it slightly earlier than perhaps with this, but more often than not, you should be probably getting interrupted. So that's why I just love to stick with the stable ramping package, slap some lands down. The opponent is crying. They don't know what's coming up because they can't target you with Leyline of Sanctity. But at the very least, if you're feeling the pain of hand hate, jam Leyline of Sanctity. Don't even put any white. Even if you're not in that color, just slap it in, mulligan for it. Perhaps a little bit of a Lunchable. We've faced Lunchable before. I think it was a couple nights ago. Pretty sure. That hand looks fantastic. I forget if Lunchable is on black stuff. I'm going to keep it. Just because it is potentially so good. If it was maybe 2 lands, I'd mulligan, but with the 3, one of them being sunken, worth a shot. Get the sunken down to start for sure. Jetmir's Garden is nice again. It has that source of white, but it's also a forest to help with Castle Garenbrig entering untapped. However, if Lunchable is on Selesnya Hatebirds or Taxes or Angels, it's going to be painful. Oh, the Field of Ruin. A little bit problem. There's the Leyline of Sanctity. Yeah, get Jetmir's down. I could have gone Sylvan Scrying. Of course, I'll wait to cast Castle Garenbrig. At least I want 1 activation with it. But I do suspect this is Selesnya ramp something. Hopefully we don't see Elishnorn, Mother of Machines. That would mostly shut down everything I'm planning to do. Archdruid's Charm next turn wouldn't be so bad. A Commune with Dinosaurs would also be quite nice. Ooh, that is good. At the very least, I do get to play Carnage Tyrant next turn, and, well, we hope for the best. I imagine they may leave that Field of Ruin up to get rid of Castle, but they could also get rid of Sunken. But they'll probably wait to get rid of Castle. I bet there's Collected Company coming up. Oh, they want to get rid of Jetmir's. Of course, that would be the completely wrong move. Sunken Citadel tapping for 2 mana for... Oh, okay. I'll get a second Castle Garenbrig. We draw out that Field of Ruin here, which is... Or the Aven Interrupter. Oh, my good. Yep, that's how she goes. We're not dead yet, but... We'll see. Oh, yeah, this is garbage. Dranith Magistrate means we can't cast the stuff that Aven Interrupter exile. This is baloney, to say the least. But we'll get T-Rex down. They can't stop it. They only have 1 white. Or Collected Company if they hit another Aven Interrupter. That would do the trick. So let's hope they don't do that. Maybe I get a connect with Gishath next turn. That would be pretty sweet. First game, first match of the night. Do you find an interrupter or not? They don't have enough to kill me next turn, even with the 2 creatures that they'll be grabbing. I don't think. Did you get an interrupter? Palani's Hatcher, not too bad. They could have chosen Gishath. They should have, because I'm on track to play it. 3, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, we should be safe. I could potentially kill him if I simply top deck another T-Rex next turn. But connecting with Gishath would be good. Or they have removal for Tyrranax Rex. Yeah, that's the wrong move. I have 2 Castle Garenbrigs. If you have 2 castles, it does nothing. It's not like having 2 castles would have got me to 12 mana. Sunken Citadel should have been the thing that was gotten rid of. But now we may be getting rid of them. As Gishath potentially connects. Or it could just be Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, and it's all over. They probably want to hold quite a bit back for Gishath. Oh, that's okay. I hope. See who blocks who. It is quite a bit. It is kind of neat though that a bunch of their creatures do have vigilance, so they don't leave themselves as open. I think with the creatures that they're forced to block just to save themselves, we still should be probably safe next turn. That's still a bit of damage to the opponent. Well, 3 cards off the top, couple dinos, let's go. Oh, and we got it. Oh, look at that. The first game.
Ruthless aggression.
Ooh, okay. Man, pretty sweet. Of course, that came into amazing, beautiful effect. Much better than Leyline of Sanctity, though. The opponent doesn't really target me too much. Even Interrupter. Look at an opponent's hand. I don't believe it targets me. If I have hexproof, just the specific wording of Anointed Peacekeeper does get around it. It's wacky like that. Yeah, there's not much targeting me, so Leyline will send it packing. I do like Hornet Queen quite a bit. Yeah, we'll go with Hornet Queen. If we can land Hornet Queen, just having the swarm of flying Death Touch insects should be enough to save us. This particular type of deck has a decent amount of flying things, so not having to worry about that potentially is going to be good. That's quite good. You know what, I'm going to keep the Gishath. I hope to play the Hornet Queen, absolutely. Gishath was lovely stuff. Palani's Hatcher, not so much. By the time I get to a Source of Red, able to play Palani's Hatcher, I might simply be able to go with Hornet Queen instead. Oh, I like that. We should be okay, on track for all the mana we need. Oh, good. I don't have to worry about a turn 2 Aven Interrupter from the opponent if they had 2 sources of white, but now this is really where it's at. Get another Castle Garenbrig. We saw Field of Ruin. Next turn's going to consist of another castle, plus Archdruid's Charm to search for and put a Sunken onto the battlefield. I just want something to... Okay, maybe not. At the very least, I'm going Sylvan or Archdruids. Elite Spellbinder can only stop one of those ramping spells. We're getting a Sunken Citadel. That's just a fact of life. Oh, okay. It's alright. See what we make happen. But now we'll be making the magic happen. Possibly. The fact that I drew Cavern of Souls completely decided what I'm choosing here. because I searched for and put a Sunken out. Now with the Cavern, I'm making 7. I would make Hornet Queen levels of mana. They don't know that, and hopefully they spend a little bit of... Oh, yeah. They gotta hold 4 back. Gee, I wonder what for. Can any of you guess what it could possibly be for? We'll try the Vaultborn just because I would rather Hornet Queen resolve instead of Vaultborn Tyrant. I know it sounds crazy, but I just want the Swarm. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully it's not the Draneth guy. But Ghalta costing 12. It is problematic with the Elite Spellbinder taxing stuff and the Aven Interrupter. Even if it didn't tax it or send it into exile, it still adds on to the tax from the Spellbinder. So that's why you see Ghalta Stampede Tyrant costing 12. 12, it makes me throw up in my mouth a little bit. Probably another Aven Interrupter. Hopefully not. No. No. Okay, well, it's collected company and they might not get an Interrupter. If they do, we die. If they don't, we might just be safe. But that's not another Interrupter. Oh boy. We got it. We got it, I think. We're certainly not dead next turn. I could try for Vaultborn Tyrant, but I also might get in range of Gishath. If I get another land, if it's another Cavern of Souls, I would be able to make my red and my white approach the second sun. Huh. Interesting. Well, I mean, I'll certainly go with Vaultborn. Pretty standard, I think. Yeah, I like that. Archdruid, Aven Interrupt. Yeah, let's do that too. Stop Ghalta from being taxed so much. But that is interesting. Approach the second sun. Huh. Never seen that before in Selesnya taxes. Will we be able to get the job done? It's hard to say. Do need some more lands though, for sure, so definitely get that Sylvan Scrying. Get another Sunken because we should be able to play Ghalta. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9. With the Sylvan Scrying, we'll be able to get to 10 next turn and hopefully devastate them. I'll certainly be crossing my fingers for that. Okay, so this... hold on a second. Oh, deal damage to you or permanent, prevent 1 of that damage. So to kill all the stuff that has a... I have to send 2 more towards it. How do I take damage off? Don't auto-allocate. Okay. I want to take out... yeah, there we go. They prevent 1 of the damage, so I have to deal 2 to at least deal 1, and we'll see. I have to watch out for that card draw, though, because Approach the Second Sun is coming up. If they cast it again, then we lose, unfortunately. I think we should be able to make the magic happen. As long as they don't stop Ghalta. Cross your fingers. Oh, okay, good. Of course, a Regis or Alpha would be nice, but we'll see what happens here. That's a lot of stuff. I like it. Maybe settle the wreckage, something like that. It's really hard to say. Don't really need to attack with these guys just because they won't do anything. But the Hornet Queen would at least deal 1 damage. Keep that egg back too. Maybe it is settle. Huh. Or collected company. Could be possible. Oh, still it. Okay. Whew. Phew. I was getting a little bit worried. Especially with a potential collected company. They could have searched in the top 5 or just the turn after they cast it. It goes 7th from the top. So they put it 7th from the top using collected company. They look at the top 6 and they choose 2. So now Approach the Second Sun actually is basically on the top. If Approach the Second Sun was in the top 6 and they use collected company, sadly it would have to go to the bottom just because it's not a creature for a collected company. A creature with a mana value 3 or less. So I can actually see that being pretty deadly stuff if you have the immediate collected company to follow this up with. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so, all right, who knows what we're gonna face? I mean, it could be Lunchable again. I'm pretty sure I did face Lunchable twice in a row a couple days ago. Huh. At least I started off on a decently strong note. Just working through, powering through the Even Interrupter there, getting a bunch of lands and getting it done. Yeah, Gishath, that's the way, I think. Maybe in some sense, Gishath is better than a Tally Primal Conqueror. A Tally, when it enters, you exile the top non-land card from both players, and you get to cast it. Gishath connecting could potentially see Ghalta in the top 2 or 3. I would imagine most damage from Gishath is stopped, but a couple connecting, that would be better than the top. And you could just get multiple dinos with Gishath, and I like that. But it has gone past 1 minute. I have a sense it might be Lunchable again. Oh boy. C2M. I've faced C2M before. They are a black opponent, I'm pretty sure. Of course, they have the Liliana of the Veil avatar. So we're going to be prioritizing Leyline of Sanctity. I would love to keep that hand, but no Leyline? No. Okay, well, we got to keep something at some point. Yeah, keep Vaultborn Tyrant. Okay, I remember this. This is Golgari Insidious Roots. I'm pretty sure I beat it when I faced it last. This is just a lovely hand. I mean, the Castle Garenbrig is... We're on track for 7 for Vaultborn. Hopefully there's not too much hand hate. Leyline of Sanctity, though, does protect against Priest of Forgotten Gods, so we have to keep that in mind. Oh, I love a Ghalta. That could do it. Priest of Forgotten Gods, its ability, though, tap, sacrifice 2 other creatures, any number of, what is it? Target players. If I have Leyline of Sanctity, Priest of Forgotten Gods can't target me. Can't make me sacrifice anything, which feels pretty darn good. Now they will get back a few things. Forsaken Miner. With the plants, we have to be on point. We have to hope the opponent doesn't kill us next turn because we don't have too many left. If I draw land that enters untapped next turn or the turn after, I would at least be able to play Ghalta. I could be on track for 8 mana turn 4. Oh boy. I could also have Boseiju too. I'll still keep in Leyline of Sanctity though. Just to protect against Priest and likely Thoughtseize and Duress. Somewhere in the mixture. Those plants are going to get quite massive. Oh, they're looking at stuff. Well, okay, I think they might have a bit of land destruction. They could have Boseiju who endures just in there for maybe Lotus Field. Destroying Thespian Stage whenever it tries to copy Lotus Field with that ability on the stack. That's never a fun time. Oh boy. We either get them next turn or we don't. Those plants are massive. Bring the scrap. Oh, man. Yeah. We're just going to die to the plants. We have one out, potentially. 8 mana on turn 4 is pretty good. It would be pretty crazy just to pull off the win after mulliganing a couple times there. That's alright. That's alright. I hope. Oh, there's Beseju who endures. Ooh. Ooh. We're still not dead yet. Let's not lose hope. Okay, maybe we'll get him dead-ish. Everybody with it. Yeah, ooh. Everybody with a counter on it has the activated ability of Priest of Forgotten God, so that's gotta be it. I don't imagine there's any way we can win, especially with just putting down so many creatures, but I'll try it. We might make 8. You never know. Yeah, 100%. Leyline of Sanctity. Oh, that would have saved us big time. Would have helped a little bit. Alright, here goes nothing. It's either 8 or we're dead. But we're also still just probably dead. Oh, I did get it. Which is nice, but I'm still going to be taking too much out of the graveyard, I think. I would imagine so. Getting a bunch of nice stuff. Doesn't make sense really for T-Rex to attack, but I would like to take out one plant. They'll make us sacrifice basically everything next turn, I would imagine. Take out the biggest plant there and call it a day. That's gotta be it. Yeah, no. Now, we wouldn't be coming back from that. We would sacrifice every creature we have. But, again, Leyline of Sanctity, stick it in, good to go. We land that and everybody sticks around. Of course, we could take out Insidious Roots and we would never have to worry about all those plants. If there isn't any plants, there's not much to be scared of. There's still Priest of Forgotten Gods, but we got Leyline. We got Leyline. I would hope to see it. Ooh. Oh. See, this is the problematic thing at times. You have such an amazing hand, can't pass it up. We didn't see Thoughtseize from the opponent, but it's got to be in there. You have to assume. You don't have to, but it's pretty much a fact of life, I would think. No? Stitcher Supplier, not too bad. Okay, well, there we go. They did mill the Thoughtseize. That is quite interesting indeed. Sunken? We got a Carnage Tyrant. Fortunately, I was able to grab something from the top 5. It's been a long time since there hasn't been anything. No dino, no land. That does hurt a fair bit. Oh, the Priest again. Watch me draw Layla. Okay. Never mind. Another Carnage Tyrant. Huh. We'll wait. Make 7 next turn. We can play T-Rex at the very least. Actually, never mind. I make 8. Yeah, I make 8. Okay. As long as they don't have a Thoughtseize, it's going to be problematic, to say the least. Priest of Forgotten Gods, I have to imagine Ghalta is going to be sacrificed, but we still drop T-Rex, Carnage Tyrant, and any other dino that I happen to draw, I would hope. Of course, Gishath would be the most ideal thing at the moment. Oh boy. I like it. No Thoughtseize, don't do it. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not Thoughtseize, so we're on track still. We're making 8 no matter what. They don't have a source of green, so I don't have to worry about a Boseiju. Okay, well, I'm making 8. Too late. This opponent has faced me before, so I have to assume that Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant is toast, but you never know. They might make a mistake. Probably not. This opponent is 164. Ghalta is gone. That's okay. Oh. No, they got a damping sphere. Really? Huh. Problematic, to say the least. We'll get a Jetmir's Garden, and yeah. At least I can play Carnage Tyrant next turn. That's not nothing. But we do have ways to get rid of Damping Sphere. I mean, it is only Archdruid's Charm at the moment, but it is fantastic. Of course, Damping Sphere for Lotus Field, Mono Green Devotion, all that stuff. Man, they played that at the perfect time. They'll get back that Scrap Heap Scrounger too. I'll get my revenge. Hope, yes, there has been some stomping, absolutely. It has been pretty enjoyable. I hope that I can go with T-Rex next turn, but things are not looking too hot at the moment. Especially if there's Agatha's Soul Cauldron coming up. Okay, yeah, note that that does tend to do the trick. Where's that Leyline of Sanctity when you need it? Man, I should have mulliganed a little bit more aggressively for it. But we were on track for 8 mana turn 4. Something to be said about that. Alright, so maybe I'll get revenge. It's going to be that same C2M opponent. Let's do it. No fear. No limits. No excuses. I could see 2 minutes. That's my bet. Seems to be pretty consistent. Just a little bit over a minute tonight. Okay, wow. Oh, we got like 23 seconds. Oh, Sumu. I faced Sumu many times before. Of course, on black. 100%. Oh, and there we go. Done. Toast. See you later. Good luck. You don't win. I'm pretty sure Sumu was on black. Oh no, I think it was Lotus Field, come to think of it. Yeah, we got another Sunken, which is... I mean, that's exactly what we're looking for the land for the turn. Oh, it is nice. Oh yeah, it's Lotus Field. I don't have Alpine Moon, unfortunately. Just because Lotus Field seemed to be quite non-existent. Would I like counter spells? Well, possibly. Might as well grab it here. Castle Garenbrig has to be our land for the turn because Cavern of Souls is not a forest type land, so if I played that, boom. But I still feel that Lotus Field dropped off pretty hard. People just didn't enjoy playing it in Arena. Alpine Moon 100% would be the helpful thing. They have to be at least a little bit worried. No Lotus Field yet. Okay. Okay. It's looking good. I like a Vaultborn Tyrant. I want to draw into Ghalta to potentially get him. That is like the top thing. The most important thing. We got one closer because of Vaultborn. Yeah, Vizier, untap, and oh boy. Have we ever seen this before? Just keep bouncing it back and forth. Oh yeah, Thespians and hidden strings. Oh, hidden strings. Oh my goodness. I have to assume we're dead, but sometimes you let the Lotus Field opponent play it out. Unfortunately, it's not the most enjoyable moments, but I have heard tell of people just running down the clock. We'll see for a bit here. I wish I had Alpine Moon. I don't think I have. Maybe I do have Alpine Moon. No, I'm pretty sure I cut it. Should probably remember my own sideboard. They all blend together. They'll probably play Lear, Disciple of whatchamacallit, allowing them to cast their spells from the graveyard. Everything has flashback equal to its cost. But maybe they don't go off. We could draw Ghalta, Stampede Tyrant next turn. They're tapped out. Excuse me. They're tapped out and then they're toast. 1000-Year Storm tends to do the trick. They'll have a whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, that's gotta do it. There is 100% Commander Crane. This would be, well, maybe not even nails on a chalkboard if you were playing it in paper. Because, well, maybe you would make the opponent play it out. Hard to say, but you can just say, hey, I got this, look at me untapping, go through it all. I think it would force the person in paper to play it out, though, just because you're playing that deck. You're going to put in the work to win if this is what you're doing. Yeah. I would assume everybody has, well, unfortunately faced it before in Arena, but I'll let them go through it maybe another 30 seconds or a minute. And yeah, the animations, at least, this is far better to watch than Magic the Gathering Online or, oh, Storm Splitter. Yeah, that's, yeah. Tends to do the trick. Okay. I have to assume that's going to be pretty common, the Storm Splitter and all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, Vaultborn. Yeah, you've seen it before. Leyline of Sanctity does, well, it doesn't do anything in this matchup. Pithing Needle helps a little bit. Again, you can name Thespian Stage, so it can't copy the Lotus Field, but otherwise, just have to hope to go fast. We could kill 1000-Year Storm, but they'll still just keep tapping, untapping, tapping, untapping. Regis Ralpha, at least tonight, is going to be my best bet. I have to attack fast if they've stumbled at least a little bit. And do I need Pithing Needle as much as I want? How common is Lotus Field? Will it continue to be common enough that it warrants the Alpine Moon or the Damping Sphere, which the previous opponent used against me? I don't know. Alpine Moon definitely is going to continue to be my favorite just because it only requires one red. It doesn't hurt my game plan, and it has a pretty good effect. It has some effect against every deck if you choose to start off with it. You'll be able to name some land and at least hurt the opponent a bit. We wouldn't be hurting this opponent much with that. Okay, that's a little bit better. Send Vaultborn to the bottom. Maintain the haste and the speed from Palani's and Redusaur. They could have one piece of removal, so I would rather have redundancies in the haste of everybody and the potential to simply be lethal. I'm not too worried about land destruction. Again, the opponent is probably going to do their own thing. An Archdruid's Charm would be pretty ideal, though. Digging, searching, that's okay. They haven't played a Thespian Stage, anything like that. Oh, but they will be finding some stuff. They will be finding that Lotus Field coming up here. And definitely grab another Sunken. It is nice to have two. We will eventually get to 8, so if by some chance the opponent has stumbled, we would kill them. I'll sacrifice both those lands, but that is all it takes. Tapping, untapping, tapping, untapping. As long as they tap out this turn, we kill them next turn. Of course, as we saw, we could just be dead. Play a land, hidden strings, tap, untap. We know the drill, unfortunately, at this point. Yeah, cycle, untap, cycle, untap. Play your land. Spend 2. Search for a land, play it. Thespian. Oh, okay. Do it. Do it. Yes. No. Oh, okay, never mind. Guess they have another hidden strings. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Another. Really? Well, we don't have Alpine Moon. Maybe they won't get a third hidden strings, or maybe a fourth. I've lost count at this point. Okay, yeah, you milled some stuff. I mean, I have to assume that's it. I don't want to concede just because if they stumble, however unlikely that is, I would kill them if they tap out. If they play 1,000 Year Storm as they did the previous game, we'll pack it in at that point. That would be pretty sweet. That would be. They should dust off a bunch of those older cards for sure. Maybe the power level of those older cards is not quite up to snuff, but I think a lot of cases that would at least be usable. Perhaps it would hurt people's, I don't know, wallets with the reprint. Excuse me, going into standard and stuff, but it would be cool to see Lotus Veil. That sort of thing. Yeah, they just keep drawing. Oh yeah, no, that's there we go. That does it. We didn't have Alpine Moon, and Lotus Field did what Lotus Field does. Maybe I'll slap it back in. It is a little bit painful feeling so completely helpless against them. Yeah, can't win them all. We'll bring it back around though. I got time. We're gonna stomp those flowers so hard. I should honestly, Commander Crane, maybe I would appreciate Magebane Lizard more than Alpine Moon. Yeah. That would basically cook them. Of course, they would have to have Into the Flood Maw for a single blue or Autoire the Soaring City. I kind of continue to forget about Magebane Lizard. For anybody that doesn't know, 1 in red for a 1/4, I think it is. Each player, they are dealt damage for each spell they've cast that turn. So the first spell that opponent casts, they take 1. The next one, 2. The third spell they cast, they take 3. So they've taken a total of 6. Pretty quick. They can't cast stuff, or else they're dead. If you have 2 Magebane Lizards, boom, that is just doubled. Think about it. Yeah. I think that could be the ticket. I mean, I could just start off with the Magebane Lizard, but again, we'll continue with the Leyline of Sanctity. Gishath, well, the 4 copies of that could be the Magebane Lizard instead, and then we have some instant game and pain against the hand hate, thought seize, duress, all that stuff, but also Lotus Field. Yeah. Okay, that's on the agenda tonight. Whenever I'm done, I might actually try for 2 hours. It's Saturday night. It's the weekend. Hopefully everybody's weekend has been going good. Maybe a little bit less pain than last night, and a little bit less pain than that Lotus Field opponent. Waiting for the opponent. I think this is going to be the glitch where it enters into the game and you just see the draw screen. Maybe the algorithm is on the fritz, perhaps. It's having trouble finding an opponent. A worthy opponent. This could be an Azorius control person. I knew it. That's unfortunate. Captain Crunch. We were about to crunch Captain Crunch. If they were Azorius, I would not keep Leyline of Sanctity. Man, the algorithm almost gave me the freebie. For anybody that's new, Azorius control feels absolutely divine. It's pretty straightforward when you see 4 Carnage Tyrant and 4 T-Rex. You don't have much else to sell. That's for sure. Okay. Azorius control, let's do it. People are still really trying out the Pioneer Masters there for probably 2 days back to back. I think I faced 4 Azorius control, maybe 5, which is... I was over the moon. Absolutely excited, because sometimes I'll go a week, 2 weeks without facing a single Azorius opponent. Rook. Huh. Yeah, the algorithm must really be on the fritz here. Okay, well, that's a lovely, perfect hand. We're looking at 7 mana that the opponent cannot get rid of if they are partially in black. We're getting there. Boom. Commune with Dinosaurs. I'm probably going to grab something big just because there's 16 other lands. If I grab a land with Commune, there's still 15 others left in the deck. There's such a good chance that I'll draw one of those 15 lands that are still in there. A Ghalta would be nice. There's only one of 4 Ghaltas potentially. Well, there's only 4 Ghaltas, I should say. But you get what I'm saying. If there's a Ghalta, I mean, there's such a lower chance of drawing her than another land. Maybe this is going to be mono green Devotion. That could be rough. We have to maintain all 3 sources of green for Archdruid's next turn. Ooh, I like a Gishath. Yeah, Vaultborn. I almost thought Gishath's son's avatar was a Venusaur or a Palani's Hatcher, just with the red and the green there. I almost mistakenly grabbed a second copy, which is definitely what we don't need. The mana for Gishath might be a little bit rough, but keep in mind there's a bunch of stuff that is 7 and 6. So even if we can't make Gishath mana, actually we'll keep that source red Stomping Ground. That could change things. Actually, we could play Gishath next turn. I might grab Ghalta though. We're on track to make 7. We'll see what the opponent does. Actually, that does make sense, Commander Crane. With the Chatterfang sleeve there. Lovely card. Fantastic, Commander. That's crazy stuff. Scary stuff. Thornvault Forager, though. Not going to quite pack a punch for them. Not super worried. Yeah, I'm going with Gishath. Oh. I like our chances. Hopefully they don't play. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried about the source of black. Alright, we're going the other big G, I guess. Ghalta, Gishath. Ooh, it's
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Might as well grab a Jetmir's Garden. Oh, do they have Boseiju who endures? I was a little bit worried there. They looked at Jetmir's Garden, but Turn 4 Gishath. Good stuff. That's. You might have looked at this. You might think turn 4 Gishath off just lands. That's not possible. No, it is possible. It is. I guess Gishath, kind of in a sense, is similar to Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant. Keep mousing over it. Man, that is... I could get used to that. Vaultborn would have been nice, but Vaultborn playing that wouldn't have been multiple dinos, which is about to happen. If you have the opportunity, perhaps the opponent stumbles. You don't have Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. If you go to this, I mean, chances are I'm going to get Ghalta right here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, okay, ooh, yeah. Jeez. And Ghalta put on the battlefield with a Vaultborn Tyrant means I get those triggers from the 3 plus T-Rex.
You have no power here.
There you go. Oftentimes, I'm making 8. 8 on turn 4. I should spice it up a little bit. Just because Gishath, somewhat easy to play. I'm going to have to think about other stuff. Of course, it is mostly dinos, so Gishath makes a lot of sense. Send a couple things to the bottom. I drew another copy, perfectly fine. If the opponent swept, I could just play another, recover, get a bunch more. Boom. Maybe they have some sweeper. I'm surprised they haven't packed it in yet. Maybe they're stunned. Must be. Oh, it's very satisfying though. Would be pretty cool to do that against some opponent with, I don't know, Thoughtseize, Duress, all that stuff. They wouldn't be able to stop it. Oh. Do they stop combat damage? Oh, maybe they have something like that. I didn't even read the chat. I just thought about it, and then I looked over and Commander Crane, great minds think alike. Giant Growth is not fog, though. Giant Growth is not. Maybe not. Giant Growth fog. Ooh, oh, that would be. Okay. Fogging it up. Foggy. Oh. Okay. I was getting a little bit worried there. It was taking some time. My heart started to race a little bit more. Fog. Sweeper. I know. Giant. My dinosaurs are not giant enough. That is painful. Giant Growth. What's not to love about this? It doesn't get more simple, more classic. I like that. I like that a lot. But keep in mind, Giant Growth, let's take a brief tangent. 1 green to give a creature +3/+3. You could do something like Tamer Battle Rage from Khans of Tarkir, I believe. 1 in a red, instant speed. A creature gets double strike and trample. Trample if their power is 4 or greater. Double strike, they hit twice. So let's say I doubled Vaultborn Tyrant. Technically, in a sense, it's like it has gotten +6/+6. 6 times 2. Quite more efficient. Much more efficient than Giant Growth. It would take 2 Giant Growths to give +6/+6 versus the Tamer Battle Rage, 1 spell that gives +6/+6, so it's kind of extra efficient. Yeah, okay. We don't need Leyline of Sanctity. That's for sure. Regis or Alpha, keep it nice and simple. More dinosaurs for Gishath to potentially grab. But they got some stuff, a couple things to pump up things, and possibly that fog. Of course, fog isn't uncommon, so I have to assume many people are interested in it. So they'd certainly redeem it, use their uncommon wild cards, and knowing what this opponent is, we should be pretty safe to keep that. But I think squirrels could be pretty explosive. I've never faced them before. Maybe somehow, some way they're going to swarm me. I don't imagine they're hasty, so I would think if they barf a bunch of stuff, we still could do something good on the following turn. At the very least, I'm making 6 with that Sylvan Scrying. We see a Commune. Oh, lovely. Dig. Oh, what is going on here? They go, oh, I see what's what. Venerated Rotpriest. Huh. Maybe this is not squirrels. Yeah, well, this, I mean, it doesn't change things too much, but that's a head scratcher. My head is actually itchy, so I did want to scratch it, but so maybe they only have one copy of Venerated Rotpriest. I wouldn't think so. Put together a bunch of green cards that they had in the mixture. Mono green, toxic, perhaps. Who knows? Looks like we're going to get a lot of poison counters, especially if they have... Oh, Archdruid's Charm, we know that. 2 Venerated Rotpriest, though. We could just die to poison counters. It would certainly be unfortunate, but we'll see. At the very least, Carnage Tyrant is going to block a Venerated Rotpriest. By that point, it might be too late, depending how many spells they cast and target them. Now with 2 Rotpriests, whenever they target one of them, I get 2 poison counters, as I'm probably about to do. Could pump it up, deal some damage. I bet. Okay, that's pretty good. At least I have something to block it. We should only be hit with 1 Rotpriest next turn. They can't counter it, they can't kill it. I like our chances. At least playing a bunch of other stuff. The only way at that point, if I have a few creatures, that it would die is if they target the Rotpriest a little bit too much. And we'll see. I don't think they're going to be attacking with any just because they want... Oh, no. They're going to pump up that Rotpriest a little bit too much. Maybe 2 Giant Growths. That would be painful. Solar Updraft. Hopefully it's a Dinosaur Smash, but at the moment it's a Rotpriest Rumble. Yeah, it's a Rotpriest Rumble. And we could just be dead. Double Giant Growth coming in hot. Huh. Yeah, man, that's good stuff. Dead. Done. Nothing differently we could have done. At the moment, some sort of sweeper. Something that gets rid of creatures or non-land permanents with a mana value of 1. Blast Zone would definitely be my top pick for that. But Leyline of Sanctity, let me think. Target opponent gets a poison counter. Looky there. It's good I reread Rotpriest. Alright, Leyline of Sanctity it is. Go big, go home. Smash them. I don't imagine we need Gishath Sun's Avatar. Maybe a single copy. Yeah. Nah, let's not do it. Okay. We'll somewhat prioritize Leyline of Sanctity because then Venerated Rotpriest, they can't put poison counters on us. Still, when they connect, they would put 1 on, but... Oh, yeah, keep 100%. 3 lands, that's good. Leyline of Sanctity also could be good if they have some enchantment removal. Of course, we'll start with Jetmir's Garden, but we only have to see a Sunken, a Sylvan to grab a Sunken, an Archdruids to grab and put a Sunken out. And we're off to the races. Oh, good. I'm hoping it works. But hey, at the very least, hopefully I informed some of you guys that Venerated Rotpriest, that is a targeted ability. Alright, let's see a Sylvan or a Sunken, hopefully. We should be pretty safe, just going Regis or Alpha there. We're only getting one poison counter this turn. Yeah, one poison counter. Again, they could pump it up, and we might just die to simply a massive Rotpriest if that's how they choose to play things. Never would have expected this deck in a million years. I'm just happy for Regis or Alpha next turn. Of course, their spells, some of them can give trample, so Regis or Alpha might not be able to chump the stuff. Watch it be like 4 giant gross or something. Ooh. We're going down a decent amount though. Also, they could save the spells to pump, wanting to trade with the creature that I play next turn. Okay, another land afterwards, that would be good. Yeah, maybe. At the very least, Regis or Alpha is going to draw out those pumping spells. Certainly not attacking, that's for sure. Oh boy, how big are they going to get? At the very least, I have 7 total toughness, so I don't imagine it's going to be lethal. Now, because one of them can get so big, should I just double block to possibly get it? Now, I think there's a very good chance that it's going to get so big that the double blocking is simply not going to do it. It could just be 2 giant gross, and that's all it's going to take. Regisaur wouldn't trade with it, and then the token wouldn't. I was thinking of double blocking, but I think there's just such a good chance that, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, at least it is going to 3 toughness. As long as the stuff doesn't get trampled, we're fine. I like the double chump blocking because if they don't get trample, I don't get any poison counters. Yeah, that's still not trample. I like it. Hexproof and indestructible? Don't care, you're still not connecting. You don't have trample. Expend all your resources to not connect. Oh, Regis or Alpha lives. Huh. Well, how about that? I like it. I would like to play Vaultborn next turn, but oh, that's it. Toasted. Their deck absolutely doesn't work anymore. That was their whole thing. I would have been dead to poison counters if that was the case. But now they've lost. Literally. How many spells did they cast? Let's count it up. That was 4. 4 times 2, because of 2 Rotpriests, would be 8. I would have been at 11 poison counters. Instead, I didn't go up any because of Sanctity. That's what it's all about. Archdruids could have exiled 1 Leyline if I hadn't kept a hand with 2. Phew. Phew, I did it. Oh man, that feels good. Ghalta to finish things off. Whoever would have guessed? You never know. That's what makes live all the much better. Man, that is good. Yes, it is good game. Watch out. It definitely isn't any better. I would have been a touch embarrassed if I would have lost, but you got to respect the Rotpriest if you... Well, most people wouldn't have Leyline of Sanctity, I imagine. But, yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, if you don't have Hexproof, the Rotpriest coming down, I think it is pretty glass cannon, just because opponents would easily have removal. Most of any other opponent, they're going to have that fatal push and whatnot. Ban Leyline of Sanctity. Yes, yes, please. Yes, please. Oh, look. Higdaruma. They got black stuff. I remember them from last night. Watch out, because now you're not stopping me, buddy boy. Ah, cry me a river.
But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Okay, never mind. This was the Leyline Axe opponent with the Fervent Champion. Boros Knights, I believe it was. We're not dead yet, but that Leyline of Sanctity, I don't know if it's going to come in handy. I don't imagine they really target us with much of anything. Screaming Nemesis. We'll see. I mean, at the very least, I can play Palani's Hatcher next turn. Boros Charm can't burn me for... Oh, yeah. A bunch of Screaming Nemesises. Nemesis Eye. I don't know. I don't think they have. Actually, no. I'm pretty sure I've had an opponent who made that mistake before, and... Well, make no mistake, we're not quite dead. No, we are dead. Screaming Nemesis. I can't take the damage, but I also can't block it, because then it dies, and... Too far gone at that point. Okay. Never mind. I just realized my ultimate goof, you could say. With Leyline of Sanctity, the Screaming Nemesis is never able to target me with its ability. Well, at the very least, this is a learning moment for everybody. You learn from my mistake that I just made. Okay, well, I still don't think I want to keep it in. I kind of do. Yeah, they can't. Yeah, they don't have to worry about Boros Charm. Don't have to worry about Screaming Nemesis. I can block Screaming Nemesis with the biggest creature possible. I could block with Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, dealing 12 damage to it. And then I don't have to worry about the Nemesis's ability sending 12 damage towards me. Yeah. Gishath Sun's Avatar, we'll trim that. I might appreciate Regis Ralph. I might actually appreciate Hornet Queen a little bit more if we can stick it early enough. Some of their creatures likely have trample, but we'll see. At the very least, they can't burn me. I'll only make that mistake once, though. Oh, beautiful. Hopefully this is going to be redemption for it. But they got a Leyline Axe. Of course, this is the deck that is quite fantastic for that, and we'll get a Jetmir's Guard. And I would have liked Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, but we need more lands at this point. I don't have a turn 2 play, so Jetmir's Guard in a land that always enters tapped. Might as well be that for the turn. Okay, that's going to be a problematic. Oh, well, we got a Sunken. Maybe we can save ourselves, you never know. But the Heartflame Duelist, it gets +1/+1, so goes to 4 power and the double strike. So it hits us for 8. We don't have too many more turns left. Carnage Tyrant, if we draw it next turn, would be able to help us stabilize a bit. Or they could just kill us right here. It's hard to say. Yeah, that's going to 10 power. Down to 2. Maybe they have some more pumping spells, perhaps. T-Rex, Vaultborn, Trample. 5/2. No, that's not going to do it. Sadly. I'll get revenge on you. Hidge, Daruma. Watch out. I'm pretty sure I lost to him last night. I mean, pretty much all losses last night. What can you do? Okay. Well, where is the mono black opponent? Can't believe I'm saying that. I guess I can, because there's Leyline of Sanctity, but I want to face one mono black opponent at least once tonight. I want them to feel the pain of helplessness. all the thought seizes and the duresses just rotting in their hand, collecting dust. Might as well put them through the paper shredder at that point. Hopefully they didn't pay too much for the thought seize. If it was in paper, good. Thought seize yourself and think about your actions. Think about maybe playing something different, because you can't do anything to me. Yeah.
Yes.
I think this could be 2 minutes. I don't think it's going to be that draw situation. The glitch with the draw. I'm going to say 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But I really think if it goes past 1 minute, the algorithm kind of gives up and then tosses a platinum opponent, a bronze, a gold platinum opponent. Like here, if it is Selesnya Angels, I kind of feel it might be with the Elspeth avatar there. Well, that could be it. If the Cavern of Souls was a source of green, and I knew I was against a black opponent with the Thought Seizes, I would keep it. Source of green, Commune to dig for the second land, Sylvan to dig for the third, Archdruids for the fourth. Of course, Sylvan would grab a castle, or you get the drill. It would have worked out, and we wouldn't have been stopped. Certainly don't need a Gishath, the least important of everything that was there. Thoughtsy? Oh, okay. Okay, could just be another Lotus field. Seems to be that basically everybody has got... Oh, okay, maybe not. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's Jeskai Ascendency. I have faced this particular combo deck before. Basically, they cast non-creature stuff that has a mana value of 0. Tormod's Crypt, an artifact that costs 0. They untap everything. And then with Emry, Lurker of the Lock, here, because she untaps, they can choose an artifact and cast it that turn. That artifact is Tormod's, which costs 0. And then they can continue to chain everything, untapping every creature. Eventually those creatures get big enough because whenever they cast a non-creature spell, everybody gets +1/+1. They just do that cycle enough until it's lethal. And yeah, but if they don't have Jeskai Ascendancy, the deck mostly crumbles. So if you can take out that enchantment, you should be safer. Now it might be somewhat safe here. 100% Archdruid's Charm. I'm grabbing Cavern of Souls. This opponent could have a couple counter spells. I don't think that's going to be the case, actually. It should be a Jetmir's Garden. Just by chance that I draw another castle. If I draw a castle as my land for the turn, it would enter untapped. But if I had chosen a cavern there, castle would enter tap still. I don't have a forest. I wouldn't be able to play Ghalta. We'll see. They don't have an Emry. They don't have all the pieces that they need to combo off. So I think we're all right. It would actually be cool to play Gishath next turn. No, it's Ghalta. What am I thinking? Ghalta. Ghalta would lock it up. We'd probably only have one more turn before they can go off. Maybe. Man, everybody's getting big. At the very least, they can't attack, but we have to be worried next turn when they're able to do so. Those servo tokens, that's definitely gonna do it. It is kind of nice that that boost in power doesn't stick around. It is just temporarily +1/+1. Land on tap, let's go. Oh boy. Oh boy. We got one turn, one chance to make the magic happen. Huh? They don't have too many more things to do. Priority probably held up for Tormod's Crypt there. A prompt. Yeah? We're just twiddling our thumbs at this point. Putting me to sleep. Might need another cup of coffee. Oh, sadly not going to be it. Would they kill me next turn? Should I grab Sylvan Scrying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would Vaultborn help to stabilize? Blocking 1 big thing, going 3. I'm thinking Sylvan Scrying. Nah, Vaultborn Tyrant. Hope to draw land or draw it for the turn. Next turn. Oh boy. Bloppa, hello. Hopefully all is... Oh, there. Okay, good. Good. That's better than the Sylvan. Phew. Yeah, hopefully all is well with you, Bloppa, and all might not be well with us. At the very least, I hope to block 1 big thing, and I hope it's not lethal. I think we could be safe. Alright, we got 6, 7, 8. Every time they cast a non-creature, we're potentially going to be dealt 5 more. They have 5 creatures that can attack this turn. As long as everybody doesn't get haste, the servo tokens that are made, we'll see. I'm still going to block 1 of them, but we'll continue to count. 13. Okay, they got 18. Oh boy. That has to be it. Yeah, that definitely... That is it. No, we're not surviving that. All right. Leyline of Sanctity doesn't help whatsoever in this matchup. We got to go fast. If we're going to beat them, it's going to be that turn. We might come down to the line as we did there. Yeah, artifact destruction really would pack a punch. I'm just glad they didn't get the super part of that combo going. It is pretty nasty. Of course, it could really have just taken back to nature. Probably would have been better than Regis or Alpha, come to think of it. Next time it'll be back to nature. They can still cycle through a lot of stuff, but it's going to be helpful. Okay. Ooh, that's not going to be helpful at all. No lands. Oh, much better. Certainly send the forest to the bottom. We don't need it at this point. And Jetmir's lovely. We got our source of white for Gishath. Stomping, the source of red. Sylvan grabbing that first Sunken Citadel there. Archdruid's Charm would be nice. If I draw an Archdruid's Charm next turn, Sylvan Scrying, we're not going to grab that Sunken Citadel. Just because Sunken would be my 3rd land for the turn. Okay, well, that's alright. I'm just going to cycle that other Jetmir's Garden, which could come in a little bit handy. Eventually I'll cycle it. It is pretty nice though. With cycling abilities, it is an ability from a land source. So even though the land is in my hand, I can still use the mana from Sunken Citadel to see if I get something better. Possibly cast a Beseju Who Endures. That's looking good to me. Maybe they just have a few... Ooh, the Archdruid's Charm. Very, very nice. I might actually save the Archdruids to take out Jeskai Ascendency. If they played here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's alright. It's alright by me. Yeah. Get that Castle Garenbrig again. Save the Jetmirs. We'll look for something. We'll respond to possibly something from the opponent, but we don't have lethal. only have one creature. Gishath would help, but again, the opponent could pop off on some turn, any turn. Be nice to play Gishath coming up here. I'm just hoping they spend some mana so I get a slight window to cast Archdruids. Still nothing. They must have a counterspell. We'll just keep waiting. I'll cast another Sunken. Perfectly happy to do so. Now things are getting very interesting. It's a game of chicken. We wait. No. Oh boy. It's kind of tense. Spend your mana, do it. Okay, so they do have a counterspell, the Spell Pierce. If I had spent the 3, I wouldn't have had an extra 2 to pay for that tax. I like it. Bitter Reunion giving everybody haste. That is a little bit problematic. They only have, well, they can't even tap Mox Amber. They don't have a legendary creature or a planeswalker. Good stuff. Now the question becomes, are they just dead? Well, we'll search for Ghalta. We have enough to play it. Makes sense. Might as well be Ghalta and Gishath instead of just Gishath. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Man, that's pretty sweet. Gishath could have been a small creature, a slightly different dino, possibly. At least I'm dealing 4. The Archaeologist, maybe it's gonna block it. Now they have to win next turn, I would imagine. I'm getting good. I'm getting good stuff. I put another Gishath out just to get a trigger from the Vaultborn, an extra trigger. Might as well. Man, there's going to be a whole lot of big stuff coming up. Haven't seen too much yet. Okay, well, not dead yet. Emery can't tap to bring something back. Doesn't have haste. Actually, Bitter Reunion gives Emery haste, so this might be it. Okay. They only have 2 creatures. One of them. Yeah, they only have 2 creatures. We got lots of blockers. They're not making all those servo tokens. Bitter Reunion, they cast 1. Creatures they control gain haste until end of turn. If they had all those servo tokens, I would die to that. A painful swarm. I guess Emery eventually will get haste. They'll find whatchamacallit, Saheeli. Whenever they cast a artifact, they make. Okay. I have to imagine they have all the pieces to get the job done eventually. It's like pulling nails, or pulling teeth. It's a little unfortunate to be as flooded as we see here, but yeah, they must have it. But maybe they don't. Okay, yeah, there's Saheeli. that tends to do it. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Yeah, well, sometimes you just lose. Don't do like I did. Bring it back to nature and you'll win against that particular deck. Okay, where's that mono black? We're searching for it. It's got to be around the corner. Maybe I've scared it away. Simply adding in Leyline of Sanctity. Yeah, perhaps it did it. Hopefully this is that Azorius opponent I've been hoping for. Sheep to Cow does sound like a pretty familiar name. Oh, that is not gonna... That's not a fun hand to see. That's better. Yeah, certainly send one Gishath to the bottom, but we got 2 lands for Sylvan to Archdruids. Castle Garenbrig. We'll start with that. Hopefully they don't have too much hand hate. Oh. Well. This has gone a little bit more interesting. I'm not grabbing a Sunken because I have the castle to go next turn. Yeah, just grab another castle at this point, I'd say. If they have a little bit of land destruction, I'm not too worried. Now maybe it would have been nice to grab a source of red. Get closer to Gishath. Oh, there's the Field of Ruin. Oh, a Bandit's Talent. Okay. Hopefully a Vaultborn or a Tyrranax Rex next turn would be nice. It's got to be Gishath. At the very least, I'm playing Carnage Tyrant, so that's alright. Or play T-Rex. We'll see. I like it. I mean, I hope it doesn't get sacrificed. Watch him play Liliana, watch me kick myself a little bit. Of course, I had no idea they were on mono black. Certainly being with that Teferi avatar there. Carnage Tyrant sticks are... Oh, there we go. Smoked. See you later. Just pack it in now, bud.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
And I won without Leyline. That is the most key of points. Because now I can just do what I want to do. Mulligan aggressively. We'll keep that Gishath. I like it. We're going to get to Gishath mana, especially when they can't target me. Alright, let's go. Leyline of Sanctity. Down. You lose. You just lose. You're not winning this one. Cry me a river. That hand was basically perfect, but then with the Castle Garenbrig, that locked it up. Sunken, both chosen as chosen. Green chosen for it. I like Gishath. No, I like T-Rex. We're getting to T-Rex mana on turn 4. That's good. Well, you have some Duresses, some Thought Seizes, Liliana of the Veil. Showed her the Apocalypse is a little bit rough, of course. I'm grabbing another castle because they have Field of Ruin and I don't want them to ruin my chances. I do like a Vaultborn, actually. Now, you know what, we'll play that. Get some card draw, a big creature, maybe they have a little bit of removal. Gishath. Of course, I don't even have a source of red or a source of white, but we got big creatures to play, so we're exiling it. Oh, that's not nice. Exile gets around the death trigger of Vaultborn, so it doesn't make a copy of itself if it's the original. I'm just curious how many Thought Seizes and Duresses they have in their hand. Doesn't matter at this point. Maybe it's Ghalta. Of course, I could just wait. Watch this. Not going to play anything. We're going to use Archdruids to search for Ghalta, and I'm going to show you. Oh, actually, they could double Field of Ruin. That would be problematic. That would slow us down. Okay, they don't. They die. You just die. Oh, look, Hostile Investigator. 4 for a 4/3. That's literally it. It's a vanilla 4/3. Leyline of Sanctity turns off its ability of just doing anything. You're dead. You're done. You're cooked. And I got my revenge. See you later. No chance. Smoked out of the water.
Ruthless aggression.
Don't get too slow, buddy. Especially when most of your deck is useless. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. That's what it's all about. Man, I missed that feeling. Mono Black Waste Knot was very common. For anybody that doesn't know, Waste Knot, whenever you discard a card, if your opponent plays it, and then they make you discard something, based off what was discarded, they make some mana, they make a zombie, or they draw a card. Of course, nobody uses Waste Knot anymore, it's just this sort of stuff. But now Hostile Investigator, when it enters, target opponent, can't target me, discards a card. All the Thoughtseizes and Duresses that they had, dead, done. That is it. I don't know, I think that's a fantastic nightcap. Of course I wish I was much higher in Mythic, but there were some interesting matches tonight. Leyline of Sanctity proved its worth, absolutely. However, the case has to be made. Start off with Leyline in the side. We'll see. But Leyline in the 75, I think at least for a little while longer. The next few days, the foreseeable future, the next week at the very least. But yeah, we'll leave it there for tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. Right now, later on, whenever it is, I'm glad you were able to witness the revenge, the ultimate revenge on that particular kind of opponent in that deck. Alpine Moon's coming in though. Yeah. We'll see. There's more devastation around the corner. Right. Have a good one. Peace.
Your number's still 911? Alrighty then.